Imagine a simple nightly habit that could dramatically impact your lifespan, improve your health, and enhance every aspect of your daily performance. It doesn't require supplements, diets, or extreme routines, just the right amount of sleep, at the right time, consistently. Today, we're uncovering the science behind sleep duration and regularity, revealing why 7 to 8 hours of consistent sleep is one of the most powerful, yet overlooked predictors of longevity and survival. Backed by decades of research from the world's leading medical institutions, this video will show you how sleep quality, timing, and consistency influence not only your brain and body but your very lifespan. Sleep is not a passive state. During the 7 to 8 hours of nightly rest, the body performs critical restorative functions. Cellular repair, hormone regulation, immune system strengthening, and neural memory consolidation all happen during sleep. Studies indicate that individuals who sleep consistently between 7 to 8 hours per night have significantly lower risks of cardiovascular disease, metabolic disorders, and premature death. Conversely, chronic short or irregular sleep disrupts these processes, increasing inflammation, insulin resistance, and even accelerating cellular aging. Your sleep pattern is essentially an internal indicator of survival, and ignoring it may shorten your life without you realizing it. One of the most compelling pieces of evidence comes from large-scale epidemiological studies. Research from the Harvard School of Public Health and the Nurses' Health Study followed hundreds of thousands of participants over decades. These studies consistently found a U-shaped curve. Sleeping less than 6 hours or more than 9 hours per night is associated with higher mortality, while 7 to 8 hours is optimal. But it's not just quantity. Regularity matters equally. Going to bed and waking up at varying times disrupts circadian rhythms, increasing stress hormone levels, metabolic dysfunction, and inflammatory markers, which collectively reduce survival odds. Circadian rhythm alignment is central to understanding sleep's effect on longevity. Your body has an internal clock, located in the hypothalamus, that regulates hormones, metabolism, body temperature, and immune responses. When sleep timing is inconsistent, this clock becomes misaligned, creating what researchers call circadian dyssynchrony. Studies reveal that chronic circadian disruption, like irregular sleep schedules or shift work, is associated with higher rates of cardiovascular disease, diabetes, obesity, and even certain cancers. Aligning your sleep to a stable 7 to 8 hour schedule synchronizes biological processes, reduces stress on your body, and supports optimal cellular function, directly impacting your lifespan. Sleep also profoundly affects cardiovascular health. During deep sleep, blood pressure drops, heart rate slows, and the body undergoes repair processes that reduce arterial stress. Inadequate or irregular sleep prevents these protective mechanisms from occurring efficiently. The Whitehall 2 study in the UK, which followed civil servants for over 30 years, found that consistent short sleep increased the risk of heart attacks and strokes by up to 50%. Maintaining 7 to 8 hours of sleep with consistent timing supports heart health and is, in essence, a powerful longevity intervention. Metabolic health is another critical factor. Sleep regulates insulin, leptin, and ghrelin hormones that control blood sugar, appetite, and fat storage. Sleep deprivation or irregular sleep increases insulin resistance, blood sugar spikes, and hunger hormones, promoting obesity and type 2 diabetes. Research from the University of Chicago demonstrated that adults restricted to 4 to 5 hours of sleep for just a week showed 25% lower glucose tolerance, a risk factor for metabolic syndrome. By prioritizing 7 to 8 hours of regular sleep, you actively protect metabolic pathways that are essential for long-term survival. The impact on inflammation is equally important. Chronic short or irregular sleep elevates pro-inflammatory cytokines like IL-6 and CRP, which are strongly linked to cardiovascular disease, neurodegeneration, and mortality. A study in brain, behavior, and immunity showed that adults with inconsistent sleep schedules exhibited higher systemic inflammation, even if total sleep hours were adequate. Regular, restorative sleep reduces these inflammatory markers, creating a physiological environment that supports cellular repair, immune function, and longevity. Brain health is another major beneficiary of proper sleep. During deep sleep, the glymphatic system, your brain's waste-clearing mechanism, removes neurotoxic proteins like beta-amyloid and tau, which are linked to Alzheimer's disease. Chronic sleep deprivation or irregular sleep increases accumulation of these proteins, accelerating cognitive decline. Studies reveal that people who consistently sleep 7 to 8 hours per night score higher on memory and executive function tests, highlighting that sleep is not just restorative, it's protective for your mind and future cognitive health. Emotional and mental well-being are also tied to sleep. Irregular or insufficient sleep dysregulates mood-controlling neurotransmitters, increasing anxiety, depression, and stress vulnerability. A 2017 study in JAMA Psychiatry linked chronic sleep disruption to higher Alzheimer's mortality and increased risk of psychiatric disorders. In contrast, Maintaining 7 to 8 hours of regular sleep enhances mood stability, resilience to stress, and overall quality of life, factors that indirectly influence health span and lifespan. Practical steps to optimize sleep for longevity are straightforward. First, establish a consistent bedtime and wake-up time, even on weekends. This reinforces your circadian rhythm and hormonal balance. Second, create a sleep-conducive environment. Dark, quiet, and cool rooms improve melatonin production and sleep quality. Third, avoid stimulants like caffeine or heavy meals close to bedtime, as they interfere with sleep onset and deep restorative phases. Finally, include daylight exposure and regular physical activity to further support circadian alignment and sleep efficiency. It's important to note that quality matters as much as quantity. Fragmented sleep, frequent awakenings, or sleep disorders like sleep apnea reduce the benefits of 7 to 8 hours of rest. Recent longitudinal studies reinforce the connection between sleep and survival. The multi-ethnic study of atherosclerosis MESA followed over 6,000 adults and found that those with 7 to 8 hours of sleep and consistent patterns had significantly lower all-cause mortality over a decade, independent of diet, exercise, or socioeconomic factors. This demonstrates that sleep is a core, non-negotiable pillar of survival, as impactful as exercise, nutrition, or medical interventions. From an emotional perspective, prioritizing sleep also promotes a sense of control and empowerment over your health. Unlike genetics or aging, sleep is an adjustable factor, one that you can regulate every night. By consistently sleeping 7 to 8 hours, you are actively participating in a science-backed longevity strategy, supporting cellular repair, metabolic balance, cardiovascular health, brain function, and emotional well-being. In conclusion, sleep of 7 to 8 hours with regular timing is one of the most powerful, yet often overlooked, indicators of survival and longevity. Science shows that consistent, restorative sleep reduces inflammation, enhances metabolic and cardiovascular health, protects brain function, stabilizes mood, and lowers all-cause mortality. Sleep is not a passive state. It is an active, essential intervention for long-term health. The takeaway is clear. Prioritizing sleep is not optional, it's a biological requirement for living longer, healthier, and more vibrant lives. By embracing the power of consistent 7 to 8 hours of sleep, you harness a natural, evidence-based pathway to maximize your lifespan and health span, protect your body and mind, and truly optimize your survival.